TLO, what's poppin'? We are on Twitch. We are live, my bad. So you can leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notification bells. Let's continue to grow the family from Chicago to the UK. And all around the world. If you do listen live and you wanted to participate in any previous lives or coming up lives, just go to twitch.com, type in this, and pull it up, man. You in there. Don't forget we do got Patreon and we do got merch, man. The link to all of this is down in the description below. This right here is called DRUGSLAND. Crack Alley, British crime only. I've already hit the like button. I've already subbed up. Hopefully this runs smoothly. I don't know what happened to my last one, but I had to restart. But anyway, man, let's get into it.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. No copyright infringement intended. All rights belong to
the original user. You heard it, man. Let's get into it, man. Shout out to Crypto for the gifted sub again, man. She always going crazy. Gotta start over.
I'm an Eastern boy. When I go out to do a deal, I can't go to St. Paul's. It's just a totally different scene like. They won't let you walk down the road. They'll tell you to cross the road for the simple fact that they will stash certain things in certain places. If I try selling down there, I get run out the ends, especially like when it's a 6.5 foot tank bloke like. Who do you think you're talking to? I'll punch your head in and all that, like, and I'll cut your face open, like. I'll have a fist fight if he wants to have a fist fight. If he wants to use a weapon, I'll use a weapon. All my older brothers used to kick the shit out of me when I was younger to toughen me up. You can get yourself in sticky situations, and I've been in sticky situations where you get chucked in the boot of a car or tied to trees, and it's kind of intimidation, the street dealing, but it has to be because what's stopping someone from just taking their stuff? I wear boxer shorts and then Y fronts underneath. They're uncomfortable, but you can keep your product on your trousers without no one knowing that it's there. Like, nothing's falling out, like nothing's going nowhere. I've only got a little amount because if I sell that right now, I can get that again right now. But I don't want to have a big load, but they will. I've gone down there and scored off of them, and they've pulled out like that, filled up with, you could probably get 1,000 in there. I would not be walking around with that, but they do.
Is he a user or a dealer?
The law side of it is the police have just got to get lucky the one time. You've got to get lucky every time.
Oh, he's putting items in his hand. Back up.
Yeah,
he's on a bike.
Boat.
He's got items in his hand.
Who's with him? It's the guy just served up to him, he's just walking on. There you go. Blatant.
Completely oblivious to the presence of this car that's in the middle of the street, not moving.
Yeah,
So they're just sat on someone's front wall.
I mean, he's probably one of 10, 15 people in an area of 2 square miles. It's just rife, and it does feel like a constant battle, it really does. But at what point do you say that's acceptable, that someone looking out of their front room window at 8:30 on a Friday night, it's got to contend with that. You know, it's just not right. He's not clocked us at all, has he?
We'll get CC.
It's literally happened in the exact same spot as last time. It got to be the computer. It's them, not me.
Yeah.
Because the audio is clear.
When you look at something for long enough, you just get good at it. Maybe it's because I grew up on a council estate and you see drug dealers shuffling around and you just get to know what it looks like. There is more drug dealing, street robberies going on in a couple of 100 metres of Hepburn Road.
Bro, I literally started over my stream because they wanted to put this bullshit ass stutter effect on the video, thinking it was my stream getting choppy.
Than there is in any other part of this city.
They petty.
You take me to all the nice places.
Oh, yeah.
Really romantic. Sat, watching Crack Alley, keep an eye on everyone.
Yeah.
How's those chips working out for you?
Quite nice, I think. How about you?
Good. So while it's quiet and it's early, should we just go and have a little scout around and see if we can work out what it is they're doing for later on?
Let's do it.
Yeah, it's an edit from them for sure. Piss me off.
So many needles, wrappers.
They got a clear run of the block of flats, I see them.
And the door's just wide open.
See, look, all they've got to do is put a nice big bag of rocks down there, and either we'll never find it, or we just won't even be able to attribute it to anybody.
You literally just stash stuff anywhere. I've had it before over in Easton where, you know, they've just had like a fag packet on the floor.
Yeah.
And you go over and there's like 40 wraps in it.
Yeah.
You know, something so small that just blends in with everything, especially here where it's just rubbish.
It's like finding a needle in a haystack.
That's a good one. I ain't even gonna lie. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. That's literally.
If you were the dealer, you could stand out there, one eye looking up and looking around for police, one eye looking for customers and knowing where your stash is, and if anyone goes near it, you can go and retrieve it.
4 or 5 in the morning, there's hardly anyone
Nah.
coming down there, you're right out of the way.
Well, how easy is it to drag someone off the main Stokes Cross, rob them here, or give them a bit of a kick in, and then they're back out the way, and they can just go straight into
screaming's
sports. Yeah.
actually quite normal around here, isn't it? So
Not even going to
if
get
that does
reported.
happen to you, you've got no chance of anyone calling it in.
You'll probably say, yeah, this is where the drug deals go down at night. And
Does it?
I don't know, I'm asking you. Well, it's funny how you're here. Looks like you're looking for items.
Huh?
Looks like you're looking for items.
Will I find any?
What?
Will I find any?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, isn't it?
I'll have a look round then.
Bro,
mate.
keep walking.
Pathetic, man. I've never seen this before in my life. What is it you want? Items.
Just seeing where the
Well, why don't you just swoop on them when they're actually been selling it? It's like I got an illness, I come here every fucking night, I spend loads of money on my drugs, I go out thieving every day, they fucking cunts destroys my life. If you want to fucking do something real, instead of walking like around like the zombies, come at 12 o'clock when they sell drugs and destroy lives like mine, yeah?
You know what? No, don't keep walking. Go ahead and tell them off. Because he right, low key. Y'all here with nobody outside. Like, come on, man. You know what time they be here. You right.
Do you reckon if we take out the dealers, it'll make a difference?
Of course it fucking would. If no dealers, no idiots like me. Listen, bang them up and take drugs off the street. Bang every fucking one up. Simple. Bang every cunt up.
Now, I will say, sir, you are a user and you are blaming people. If you really wanted to change, you would change.
Get away with words, didn't he?
I can see why he's pissed off.
What he said is marries right up with our intel, doesn't it? They're obviously so comfortable being down here every single night it's going on.
Yeah.
We need to work out who's
There'll be
organising
one
it.
or two people organising it.
He's bang on with your intel, then why are you even...
We know it's busy down there, and and this is a place everyone's coming to buy their drugs. But the name that keeps cropping up time after time is this Kemar Lewis. We want to go after the drug dealers, we want to go after the bad people, we want to go after the people that commit violence in the community. It's not about the users, not at all.
Did they tell us exactly where this was? I don't think I've never seen this part of the UK. I'm not even gonna lie, this looked like the south side of Chicago. This is tough over here. At night, this is terrible.
We are putting more and more people into treatment.
Shout out to Gifted. Crypto for another Gifted. That's tough.
Dealing with possession of drugs.
I think all in all, you've been gifted about 22 subs.
And it feels like the relationship between the police and drug users is getting better.
Well, not anymore.
Actual police officers, I like them. They're pretty sound. Like, they'll just pass me by. As long as they're busy, they'll just say all right or whatever, or check that no one's bothering me and stuff. Can you spare any change, please? Where should we go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you around there?
Oh, yeah. Do some drugs. What, you citric?
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than that. I put in quite a lot. 14, I think. I prefer more liquid.
They pulled out a whole kit.
Well, you can inject crack by itself. If you do, like, you don't really seem to feel any effect. You feel a little bit, but the same. Even like the tiniest bit of brown in it will make the whole thing completely different. If there's more heroin, you're more likely to let it feel just like warm and like more relaxed.
She's sanitary.
It was really good last week for like days in a row, wasn't it?
Yeah.
About 6 years.
Yeah.
I won't be able to get myself now, will I?
Oh, you should do.
Been struggling today.
This is literally on YouTube, but there's no way that I can put it on YouTube. All uploaders are not created the same and treated the same. If I put this on YouTube as is, yeah, I'm done. It's over with. I don't even think I'm gonna risk this. I ain't even gonna play with you like this. Maybe I'll upload it in March when I got no strikes.
Get like £10 for like roughly 0.1 of either like crack or heroin, and then you get 3 of either of them for 25. Depends what each day's
no
like
way.
for earning money, but like today I've had shared like 2 lots of £25 deals with people. And it's better than the stuff I could only get this morning.
I'm going to leave you to it, all right?
All right.
See you later, though.
Bro came through, did her crack and left. That's tough.
I've been around crack and heroin since I was like 15, 16. Like, somehow ended up with lots of heroin addict friends from a young age. And when I was doing it for fun, I could do it occasionally, and I thought that I'd never get addicted to it. This is the 3rd time I've had a habit. I came out to Bristol to get clean in the summer, and I stayed clean for a few months, but yeah, it didn't take long to start finding it again. When people say, oh, you're so young, you should be doing it over, I'd rather do it now when I'm young and get it out of the way.
Excuse me?
It's real Moorish when you do it. While you're on it, you'll definitely like want more.
Where is her mentors? Who did she look up to when she was a child? What happened? I need the
When I
backstory.
first started using in Bristol, it was quite hard for me to find like dealers to serve me. We have to get like a friend to give you like the dealer's number, and then like speak to them and say that you're safe and you're okay to buy off them. I guess there must be like at least like 200 dealers, but there's sort of different levels of dealers, isn't there?
That's beating her ass. Her whole trajectory of vocabulary has changed.
People that sell the 10 bags and stuff. There's a place down a little alleyway, like a little tiny little road, and yeah, it's a big fence. You go up, sort of shout, like call through, and someone will come out. Hundreds of people know about this place you just go to. Like, literally 80% of the fucking heroin addicts in Bristol know. They start real late at night, and then they're serving. It's just like constant stream of people, basically. I only been there just with someone that knew the guys, and he said that he knew them, and then we got chased away with a baseball bat.
Loads of people out, isn't there?
Busy. We're now at the witching hour. Hepburn Road evolves into the beast. Come off the hour, come off the crack. Gather around nice and tight. Into the beast. Come off the hour, come off the crack.
Like
Gather around nice and tight to the computer, please, because it's small. Gather in. Right, this area of Hepburn Road, which is a courtyard, has been identified as a crime hotspot. A scope and profile has been done, which is this one here. In the last 18 months or so, there has been 2,700 crimes reported in the area where we're going to be operating tonight. And in obviously quite a few offences, they've had knives put to their bodies as they've been relieved of their property. Although I say we've got a number of reported offences, actually I think that we don't know the half of it. We've got new students coming into the city. If they're going down there and they're getting robbed, they're not going to report it to the police. There's 2 or 3 meters and greasers that are out speaking to people, asking if they want drugs, and they're then luring them down into the lane. You see people with flashlights calling people up and down the lane, and if they get a response, they'll then go down and they'll score. Hepburn Road itself is a small road that runs from Stokescroft, where thousands of people on a weekend will go and drink and enjoy themselves. So you've got the associated recreational drug activities on one side of Hepburn Road, and then at the other end you've got St Paul's, where we've got a high density of problematic drug users who are fueling the crack cocaine and heroin market.
Hold on.
You effectively bring those two forces together and you arrive in the middle of Hepburn Road, and that is why you have a number of drug dealers at any one time fueling that drugs market. We know that there was a GBH about a month ago or 6 weeks ago where somebody had their head stamped on and they were very seriously injured, but we think that that person was down there buying Class A drugs. So having been down there myself and seen some violence on behalf of the dealers towards some of the users, we know that there is a lot of fear and intimidation going on down there.
All the intelligence suggests that they're so confident they've got the drugs on them, and they just take orders through the fence and are serving up through the fence, and a nice little orderly queue forms. I've done some checking today.
That's definitely like here and in Chicago for sure.
And overnight last night, both security lights have been smashed. So it's dark and dingy, and last night was very busy in that location.
Is it worth getting a picture of key?
They just raided this house in Miami. I ain't gonna tell you the details of where it is or things of that nature, but in Miami, they raided a house. They shut it down. It was a crack den. I'm talking, you used to ride past there, and you used to see a queue down the back alley, and they had it like they was trapping out there like McDonald's. But let me show something. It was like Chick-fil-A out there. They was have a great day. They was going crazy. It was insane.
Mark Lewis up because all the recent intel we've had from people that have been down there scoring suggests that he is one of the main dealers down there. He's quite a sort of violent, aggressive bloke as well, and yeah, he's pretty leery and he's quite sort of handy as well.
Okay, I think we've really got to be mindful that is an unknown quantity. It's very dark down there. They have got access to weapons, and that will all form part of your sort of decision making when you deploy into them. But that's a matter for you guys. I'm going to speak to the FIM now and get a pre-authorised taser authority, and then we'll go from there. Everybody happy?
Yeah.
Right, let's go and bring him the bacon, because we're the pigs.
Well, at least, you know what I'm saying?
As the sergeant, you're slightly nervous because you're putting staff into a potentially volatile situation.
Not gonna lie, this probably could go on YouTube. Like, I ain't saying nothing crazy. I probably, after the first little 13 minutes, we can, edit. It's been smooth since then.
It's a massive unknown when you deploy into areas like Hepburn Road. You just don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if it's all going to go really well. You don't know if people are going to make off, if they're going to fight you, if they're going to be compliant, if you're going to come away with a really good result, if you're going to come away with nothing. It's all up in the air.
Hey! Stay where you are! Please stay where you are! Come on! Open the car door, please! Open the car door! Out the car now! Out the car, you can take the seat! Get out! Get on the floor! Get on the floor! Give me your hands now! Give me your hands! Give me your hands! Don't move! Get down! Alright, let me check. Open your hand. I just come here to see him. You haven't been arrested, you've just been detained for a search. We're searching for drugs.
Well, by the way, y'all just deployed on them. That was mad. I get it. That was mad aggressive. Bottle of Hennessy in the front.
It's okay. Look, as you can see, I come out here to go in the lobby. I appreciate that.
Sit up and stand up. 1, 2, 3, go on.
Yeah,
that's it.
Right,
just wait there against that car.
You got money everywhere. Yeah, I come out clubbing. I gamble, my friend. You can ask my lady, she works in the bookies. We're just gonna go out there and have a little drink now, and then I feel glass busting in my face and everything.
Kimo, you got a knife on him?
Yeah.
What sort of knife is it?
It's a flick knife
And where did he have it?
in his pocket.
But just lock him up for it,
Yeah.
and then we'll do it from there.
Transport. Which way have they gone?
They're going to come that end.
Oh, no, if you just turn.
Buddy, walk out this way. Yeah, receive. We'll walk up on Stokescroft.
Is that the dude they had intel on?
Foil lined.
Oh, well done, you. Oh, well done.
Crisp packet. It looks like they've foil lined it with little slices of cannabis.
There's got to be something else, but as weather is on them. Yeah, I mean, they're not just going to be down here selling weed, but are they going to really leave a massive bag of crack and heroin just out just to get washed away?
No.
I reckon, if anything, they got it on them or they swallowed it.
Yeah, definitely.
So.
Or he had a lot of money on him, didn't he?
Yeah, loads of money, yeah. Right, let's get back to the Nick then. They're not just down there fucking selling weed. I'm hoping one of them's got 50 wraps down their pants. That's what I'm hoping. If they swallow drugs, they've swallowed drugs and they're lost. Can't do anything. Well, Kemon Lewis, the intelligence has continued to come in about him, and that suggests that he's actually involved in the dealing, not just on Hepburn Road, Stokescroft, but in St Paul's itself in quite a big way. So I think he's higher up the food chain than we first thought.
Of course.
I just need to check where Faz has found the weed. So she's got like a foil-lined crisp packet with like individual bags of weed in it. So I think it was found in the back seat. So if it is, your man's gonna have to get locked up.
I think Kemar's probably going to have the stash on him as well when he gets strip searched.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think he's Kemar's the ringleader, isn't he?
And he's got burners on him, is he?
Yeah, he's got 2.
Go and lock him up, and then have his phones off him.
Cool.
Think about this, my boy. Thus far in this investigation, they went and did all that and found marijuana, a Class B. It's just, it might be more, but for now, that's what they found. And money. And a knife. Forgot about that.
Is there any update from the strip search?
Yeah, sorry, mate. I told Ivan I was flat out negative.
All of that. They ain't even find what they wanted. That's tough.
Yeah, received. Thank you.
Let's go ahead and let them go, fellas.
No. Nothing at all.
These ain't the rookies that we normally see on police interceptors. These are seasoned veterans. They know better.
Cool.
Is what it seems like.
Where are the drugs?
Let's call Blue's Clues to help us out. That's what he looked like to me right now. Like, it's all right.
Right. That's the end of that. He's gonna get bail.
Dang. Immediate crack rock.
I'm not fazed about the police. I'm not worried about them. I'm not scared about them. If I do see the police, I'll just chuck it as far and as wide as I can. Or if I've got a big amount, I will run, stash it, and distance myself from it. If I don't get the chance, unfortunately, it'll be going up my ass crack. Yo.
The stability of your anus is based on your freedom.
Do you want 2 Bs and 2 whites? All right, how long? All right, I'll see you in 5, all right? Yeah, I've got to run off in a minute. Oh, for fuck's sake. Didn't fucking work. I have this problem every fucking time. Fucking business. Like, I normally work as part of a team. Like, my friend, he would be in the trap house with the things. I'd tell him what needs to go when the phone call comes. I'd go to the secret trap house, collect what needs to be collected, go do the deal, go drop it off. Having a habit doesn't help.
No, it probably doesn't.
Get yourself in debt. Like, so you think, like, when I go like that and put it on, that's like a tenner. So it does accumulate quickly. If I picked it up on the night time and stayed up on the night, in the morning, I could have nothing. I could smoke it all easily. I've sat there and smoked an ounce. An ounce is like 500-600 quid.
Yeah, man. He do a lot of things that are like. He does a lot of things that are like by the book. Let me say that, by the book. But that is the cardinal sin he's doing.
Every day is different. 8:30, the phone goes on. Some days your phone could ring 200 times. Sometimes your phone could ring once.
You need to go outside or something. I'm not gonna lie, that looks like it sucks, bro. Her whole life is based around crack. Go to sleep high, wake up looking for the next high, try to stay high throughout the whole day, then go to sleep high and try to wake up again high. Like, that's crazy.
Probably got about between 5 and 10 people I can go see myself. Like, the main guy, yeah, he's really nice. It's very changed, please, sir. Thank you. It always calls me Abby. There's like a few dealers like that just can't seem to understand my name. Like, he said to me a little while ago, he said, "Oh, like, I see you as a friend now, like, not just a customer." It's quite nice.
I want to let you know, Abby, or whatever your name is, they capping.
A few days, you'll be like, "Oh, where have you been?" He's just got a bucket, like big like building bucket, and his living room's just like full of change, full of all like pound coins as well. Like thousands of pounds of change. Hey, right. Hey, it's Happy. I'm downtown at the minute, Harbourside. Yeah. Oh, glass boat. Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll be like 5-10 minutes. 2 Bs and a white, I think. Yeah, 2 Bs and a white.
See how her whole demeanor changed? She woke up, she was kind of calm. As soon as she got on the phone with her eyes went to moving, lips went to twitching. It's crazy.
When you ring them, you got to be like pretty non-blatant. Instead of saying like I like heroin and crack, you sort of say like 2 Bs and a white. 11, 12, 13.
If you've got money, I'll sell it to you. If you're pregnant, I'll sell it to you. I like money, innit? Who doesn't? I'd get paid for cutting it up for people, paid for cooking it for people, paid for selling it. I've made £1,000 in a day, easy. That's a £10 deal. Crack cocaine, 0.1, so that works out at £100 a gram. And there's 2 for 15. It's a little bit under, but shit happens, innit? And then this is the heroin. Not a lot of people come for the B. They'll buy like 1 or 2. So the crack, they can come for 100 in a day if they've got the money.
You can tell by the way it's wrapped quite often, because like the dealers, like they're real good. It's like professional like wrapping, really. They sell like 500 like individual items or something a day. Like some of them, they must. I think they probably pay someone like just to wrap it alone.
That seems like a
Definitely the best stuff that's around town.
I'm still like keeping note of when to like edit, but it's like it's a lot.
The person who gets it, he has to pay a lot more for it. Loads more. He lives in London, way out of the way. If you get better quality, it's definitely worth having to smaller sizes.
Right, so this was the guy that was arrested opposite McDonald's. He's from London. He's just speaking to as many people as he possibly can.
Yeah.
So this is 20 minutes prior to his arrest. So what he's doing is talking to people, just saying, have you got a cigarette? And then engaging in conversation, and then showing his mobile number. And then he goes across Stokes Croft and he's just approaching students all the time.
What's wrong with that?
What we have is a new picture developing of drug dealers coming in from other areas with high purities of drugs.
Individuals from other cities arrive in different places and start up new dealing lines, and this is called county lines.
A phone number will be called a particular name, and that name will follow that line. So drug users will say, today I'm scoring off X-Man, or today I'm scoring off, users will say,
bro, just is this a jingle for crack? This is tough. Wakey, wakey, rise and shine for banging both. Just call the line. That's crazy.
Today I'm scoring off X-Man, or today I'm scoring off striker, it suddenly expands and then you've got a new line into a community.
Very best of both, all day, every day. Give me a shout if you want.
I think in the space of 10 minutes, he's give out his number 3 or 4 times, and then he heads into Cabot Circus and he's doing the same over there. So, yeah, he's a busy boy.
They just watching him.
It's just like a business. You can't think of it than anything else where you see an opportunity and you take it. You've got a new dealer, they've come down on the train or they've come down on the motorway with a huge amount of Class A drugs on them. They're speaking to drug users saying, if you give me 5 more names of your mates that are drug dependent, I will give you 2 wraps of crack cocaine for your trouble. And while you're trying it, tell everyone else how good it is, because this is real high purity, and generally speaking it is.
We've had lads from Birmingham, we've had lads from London recently, all over St Paul's and in Eastern, that don't know the areas and the rules and who knows who. And actually, there will start being conflict, because at the moment people generally stick to their own little areas because they've got a good thing going there. But you get other people moving in, that's where you get the conflict.
Well, they're an unknown quantity, aren't they?
Yeah, it is a bit worrying.
When we identify county lines, we make it as hostile as we can for them so that they don't see Bristol as an opportunity.
Bristol, okay.
Somebody's just pressed their emergency button at Kingsmarsh House. That's where we suspect county lines are happening.
I tell you one thing about the UK, in every instance, and almost every single time when they put these blue lights and siren on, don't nobody really be moving. They be at their own pace to move out the car, to move out the police's way. In America, that's one thing we do. We get out the way swiftly. Y'all be just taking your time to move. Look. Y'all just keep driving and assume they'll figure it out.
You may have discarded stuff from there. Best thing is, open your eyes and keep them flashing, alright? Did you have a wet wind in your eyes? Yes, so basically when you're okay, just some water then.
Where did he have this?
Apparently Ben walked up to him, he just started scrapping with him straight away, and Ben said he started punching James, so they managed to get him on the floor and get him sprayed. He's obviously dropped that.
Little mace.
That's what we're dealing with. We've just got to work out. They're going to have a flat in here somewhere. Hello, sir, is the police? Can you open the door, please? Hello, all right. I'm Sergeant Green from Trinity Road. There's just been an incident down by the foyer where a guy's been arrested, potentially for a dealing offence. He's got a knife on him as well, but we know they've come from a flat in here. Bearing in mind that there was that situation last time where there was drug dealers held up in here, I just thought I'd come and have a chat with you.
Yeah,
is anybody in here at the moment?
There is someone in here.
Yeah?
There's no drugs.
Okay. I got 3 in the flat. Just put some ankles.
About 7 people went in there.
You want to search you? I'm Sergeant Green from Trinity Road. The reason why you're being searched is because there's a whopping smell of cannabis.
Where are you from? London? Oh, okay.
Where's he from?
London.
This is not right, is it? Where are you from, mate?
Oh, man. They got the right flat.
It feels a bit like deja.
So the dude that they knocked on the door and he came to the door, his house is being used for people from London to chill and do their bidding and stuff of that nature. Is that what they saying? Is
Where
that
are you
what
from?
it looked like?
Got anything on you shouldn't have?
Can you confirm that the window I'm waving out of, is that by the ambulance?
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, that would be prime location for me when I landed for my season.
Yeah, so take a picture if you can on your job phone. How much crack and heroin we got?
I think we did probably about 10 grams of heroin and
an ounce. So this
10 and 8
is looking like the county lines, Emma. You've got guys down here from London. There's been a big old fuss downstairs where the guy's just been arrested. And you've got drug user areas, obviously. got a pretty bad addiction, so he'll potentially be getting a few items a day to allow these to serve up out of his flat. These aren't down from London to do charity work in Bristol, are they?
I know these people.
No,
a long time. They're just friends of mine.
Yeah.
Really?
I really don't accept that at all. I don't accept that at all.
They're not selling from the flat.
It ain't about what you accept. It's about what they say and what you can prove.
Right. They're not your friends. They're not your friends. They're not here in Bristol for any other good reason than to sell drugs, in my opinion, right?
But they're here. They're not here in my flat to sell drugs. I promise you that.
Cuckooing is a reasonably new concept. The dealers will identify a vulnerable individual that has an address, and it's right in the heart of where all the drugs are bought and sold. The more time they spend indoors with a stash of drug, the less chance they've got being caught. And that vulnerable person that's inside will, generally speaking, have a drug addiction, and they'll be offered drugs for every day that they allow their place to be used.
Tobacco.
If you think about it, in the beginning, that probably seems like a reasonably attractive offer, doesn't it? The fact that your habit will get paid for free just by having a couple of guys sit in your front room.
He's sprinkling that thing in there, ain't he?
The consequences are far-reaching, and I've seen it all too often when that attractive offer becomes a very sinister scenario. You're all under arrest for possession with intent to supply a controlled drug. You're concerned in the supply of drugs. A large amount of drugs has been thrown out the window, okay, which has been found downstairs. You're here in Bristol. You've got no reason to be here in Bristol. You're in a drug user's flat. You're not his friend. I believe you're involved in the supply of drugs in Bristol. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence. You don't mention one question, something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence, okay? These people want to be out of the way of the police, and they want to build up a portfolio.
Bro is like 15.
Of cuckooed addresses that they can move around to every few days so that they can frustrate the police.
Literally. 14, 15.
Certain people are in bad places, and who knows, a year down the line, they'll come out of the other end of it and they'll get back into recovery. We don't see them as the root of all evils. We see them as people with drug habits who need to be helped. I'm not arresting you, I'm not putting you in the cells, and I'm giving you an opportunity to change your life.
At the minute, I can tell I'm already getting a bit bored of the cycle, this way of living. Like,
she's down, but she done found a whole pot noodle? Chicken and mushroom?
I haven't been doing that much begging recently. Not as much begging as normal recently. Well, I got moved on from my spot, so I can't sleep there anymore. People complain to the police and I can't stay there, so I'd rather just not stay there. I have to go out and beg somewhere else. I don't get anywhere near as much money. Last night it took me like over 3 hours to get like £6.50, which is just ridiculous. But then Sunday...
That's wild. She said last night it took me over 3 hours to get $6.50, £6.50, which is ridiculous. It'd be showing you where they at mentally and what space they in, the head space.
Days I'll go out stealing stuff for today.
Like, she's down bad, so bad she's to the point where she got it clocked in what neighborhood where she's gonna make what, and if she doesn't make it in a certain neighborhood, it's ridiculous. Like we would say that, like, oh my God, we got a raise at work and it was only 5 cents. That's ridiculous. That's what she's equating to. That's how I felt.
Any phone gadget things and headphones and electrical stuff.
It's not a valid complaint.
Scissors? a lot of my veins that I would have used like before, when I first started, I can't really use now. I have the odd day every few weeks where I really struggle.
What if she collapses one of her veins on one of these veins? Like, it's gonna be painful, and your foot is crazy.
I just get a vein, and I had a bad day last week in my feet, and I just got like, little bits where I've missed the vein, and you get these big lumps, and it really hurts, especially your feet, obviously, because you're walking on them, and it really hurts. Yeah, when I was younger, and for years until I actually started injecting, really, I did tell myself and everyone else that I wouldn't start injecting drugs. I'd seen, like, my friends with the abscesses and, like, how it, some of them, how it properly changed them as a person into, like, my friend, she became a prostitute and, like, stuff to, like, and to fund her habit. And, like, other people that it made them into, took away their morals, really. In the next month, I'm gonna get clean, properly clean, and I want to get an apprenticeship or something doing motorbike mechanics and restoration, or do a couple of college courses and do my own business in it. Really, that's my plan. Yeah, for the beginning of the summer. Yeah.
I truly believe in her. Like if she was clean, she'd be a completely different looking person, carrying it like this. But drugs change your chemical makeup, man. They just do a lot to you. They age you. It's bad. It's all bad. There's no positive. There's no pros. The class A's.
Karina, just so you know, you're out of the flat and into Gwyn Street and into Hepburn Road now. Just the 2 males and 1 maybe female.
Fucking hell. Have I got enough staff to do this? Right, can you confirm you've got Kemar Lewis on Hepburn Road?
We have Kemar Lewis leaning against the fence. Black North Face jacket, hoodie underneath.
Oh, they finally found the plug.
Trousers. He has done a hand-to-hand deal. The user has placed it in his mouth and walked away.
We're going to do a strike. We are turning left into Hepburn Road. Just grab whoever you can. Enforcer! Up here. Do you want the drugs back? Please. So Kemar is detained where?
In the stairwell.
So he's detained down there. They've managed to make it all the way to the top. So all this area is game on, even this bit, because they could have just shut the door too.
There's a hole downstairs. Yeah. You got access here.
This goes out.
I said, this is a duplex? They turned the duplex to the bando? That's tough. It looks like a nice apartment.
Down into the courtyard to the fence.
Does it? Let's have a look.
Look.
It'll all make sense.
See where that is?
Oh, yeah.
And this is, I think this could be, do you remember we saw him
serving up here originally? Yeah. The plot thickens. If they've ran in and they panicked, they've had 30 seconds straight into your pants. There's nowhere to get rid of it up there. No, unless you swallow it or put it down your pants, yeah, so... We've got 1 bag of wraps in here, haven't we, so... We've got Kemar Lewis in handcuffs. But have we got enough evidence to forensically link them to the drug package and then prove a supply job?
Probably not.
I don't think we're there. Obviously, we found a decent stash of drugs, but it was under a step in a communal area. So unless there's forensic opportunities, which more often than not there isn't on really, really small packaging like around wraps, then we're going to struggle to link that job to him. So it's just going to be really difficult to prove. He's going to make bail.
Of course he is. Y'all don't got enough. Y'all, the problem is y'all over thirsty. You're overzealous. You overdoing it. You over whooping. You fronting your move. You want to catch him so bad that you skipping steps. You know what I'm saying? And hey, that's working in Keymon's favor. I feel like you need a little more patience.
In terms of securing a conviction against a drug dealer, the burden of proof is huge. The jury has to believe beyond all reasonable doubt that that individual has supplied drugs on the streets of Bristol. Evidentially, we have to see the exchange, we have to follow them and not lose them to sight, and we have to detain them in possession of the drugs.
And that's hard to do.
Footage of Mel there, and they're using the torch from the mobile phone just to see what they're doing. So the female user there, she's just looking down on the vehicle at the moment, sort of picking up the smaller items.
But
what you find, because last time when we come down in the vehicles, there's a lot of activity on the forecourt where you're looking at now, but they're really hypersensitive to every car that came past, and I think that's how we lost our element of surprise. So how has that developed?
When a car pulls in, the area gets illuminated and they're ducking behind the front of the part of the vehicle out of view.
So our guy, Kemar Lewis, he's featured again, is he?
It appears so, yeah. It's difficult with the ID because it's so dark down there, but it certainly would appear. I mean, that would be a good possibility for Kemar there.
It's not as simple as being as clear-cut as someone's committing a criminal offence and the police will go after them. Certain individuals haven't started their life out saying, I'm going to be a drug dealer and I'm going to stand in a horrible dark corner of a lane and I'm going to sell drugs to people. There's more to Kemar Lewis than being a drug dealer. Who knows what is going on in his life? Who knows the other people that he's supporting? You know, perhaps other people are relying on him to go out and make that money. And it may be that the first couple of times you make bail, but take that as your chance to go and do something different and change your life while you can. And I think that we will get to a point with him where if he doesn't take that opportunity, we will catch him red-handed, and it'll almost be a sense of, well, surely you saw the writing on the wall. This was only ever going to go one way, and now...
But the same way, he not even think about it both ways, the same way that you have that much pride in catching them, they have the same pride in not catching them. So he's not going to go back to the drawing. He's not going to go back and be like, oh man, I got to find it. He's going to go back to the drawing boards, correct his mistakes, and make it even harder and learn from them. That's what he's going to do. He's not going to do nothing you talking about. Nothing you're talking about. You're not even thinking that, like, the money is too good for him. It's worth the risk. And look, you're catching him right now, but he's bailing out because you don't have enough evidence. You can't play. So he's winning this. You might win the little battle of the night, but he's won the war consistently. So you can give this little speech to the troops right now, but you're losing. You're in a losing battle currently. He just bailed out because you had nothing on him, and he kept it P. You can convince yourself all you want that you did something, that changed something, the trajectory of something, but you didn't. You probably made it worse. He's winning, and now he's going to go back, and he's going to tighten up even more. You'll never catch that man red. You might catch him red-handed, but how far down the line? How much more damage is going to be done? So, hey.
That was going to result in you going to prison, potentially for a really long time. So I guess that's the frustration, really.
Potter Paper got an album dropping. Every time we see bro, he doing this.
As long as you're sneaky and you're sly and you keep your wits about yourself and you're aware of your surroundings and you know what's going on, like, you've got quite a big choice of where to put it, basically. In the day, it's at my house normally, but at night, it's in a different place every time. Like, I did have some across the road and buried it, and I had a little stick poking out of the ground, like a iron brew can. Crack it a couple of times, snap it, put it inside, bend it over so it looks like it's just been stood on, and just fucking dash it in the bush. So everyone can see it as they walk past, but no one knows what's in it. People say I'm paranoid. Paranoia is being aware of what's around you. And I've been doing what I've been doing 10 years. Like, so I've never been to jail. They've got bigger fish to fry than me. That's what I'm hoping, anyway. They've got bigger fish to fry. They want the people above me.
He putting that thing in the Kinder Egg.
Tonight is our last opportunity to take out Kemar Lewis, but...
Alright, this has been a build-up to take out Kemar Lewis. I said all that to say, like, I keep forgetting I'm watching a TV show. They're gonna get this man. The realization just hit me. I forget I'm watching a TV show. They're gonna get this man.
Let's try and make it count, because if it doesn't happen tonight, then we'll have to give it to another unit. Okay.
They're just building up the suspense of it all.
As we all know with drug supply, we really have to catch them right in it with items on them, not 2 yards away. So till I'm assured that somebody has got something in their pocket or it's blatant and we're on, then I'm not going to call it. It might be a long night, but we'll just wait and see how it goes. We'll come as a pack, we'll come down on foot, and we'll take Kemar Lewis. They're very twitchy, they're running scared that the police are watching them, and they've moved off that hard standing and they've moved even further down to Hepburn Road.
Of course they did. Y'all got CCTV.
We're going to be
everywhere.
a group of partygoers heading into the lane, and the first time that those dealers know that we're there is when we're on top of them.
From CCTV,
I don't feel like it's hard to spot an undercover though.
couldn't get a decent enough look at his face, but it did look a bit like Kemar Lewis.
See, you're gonna catch Kemar because he's cocky. He's a little bit cocky. Now he on that high horse. That's how you gonna catch him. Bro went right back out.
The one in the black coat and the blue hoodie is the one that you think potentially is Kemar. I couldn't tell you if it was him.
What do we do?
So he doesn't know 100% if it's him, does he?
Well, 2 out of 3 say it might be him.
Well, they all look like police. Don't nothing about them say I'm going to the party.
I think we just have to go and do it, aren't we?
They look a little bit inconspicuous. They probably might could get away.
Get on the floor, please! Get your arms down. Get your arms down now. Get your arms down. Put your arm out, you're getting sprayed. Hey, stop! Raps on the floor.
Right, somebody look at his mouth and tell me if there's any raps in there, please.
Open your mouth.
Open your mouth, you're getting sprayed in the eyes.
He's not opening it.
Right, behind the ear, pressure point.
Pressure point.
Open your mouth, he's not opening.
Right. Kingpin, this is for your safety. Don't swallow the drugs, just spit them out. We've caught you with it loaded already. Open your mouth.
Is he taking Aaron?
Yeah.
Shout out to Crypto for the gifted.
Open your mouth.
Yeah, he's resisting still.
Open your mouth, Kingpin.
Listen,
Kingpin, don't swallow the drugs.
Kingpin, it's for your safety, buddy. Spit them out. Spit them out.
It's not for his safety. I mean, it is for his safety, but it's more for your case.
Oh, no, you guys. Right.
Right, let's just play a waiting game, guys. Right, spit them out. Spit them out.
Spit them out.
He's swallowing.
I think he's swallowing. He's chewing them, he's
chewing them up.
Yeah.
Can someone give me some more spray, please?
Yeah.
What spray?
Right here.
Da. Do his neck. There we go. There we go.
Out the cam.
Get him away, get him away, get him
Right,
away.
pull him back. Right, you're under arrest for being concerned with the supply of Class A drugs. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence. You don't mention, when questioned, something which you later will learn in court. Anything you do say, maybe give evidence. Open your mouth nice and wide now, nice and wide.
Yeah, they definitely. He had about 30 packs in his mouth. He could have definitely unalived himself.
Nice and wide.
Get them all out, that's it. Get them all out.
Is that it?
Under your tongue, show me under your tongue.
That's it.
Lift your tongue up. Under your tongue. Under your tongue.
That's it. Right, sit him up, get some air into his lungs.
Wait, you done?
Yeah, we're done. Right, get some air into your lungs.
They about to get broke 5 to 7. He's out of there. Yeah, no. Unalive is never an escape. No. Look at him. They like, dang, they got him. Let me see if I can get some. In front of the police is crazy.
You know, him going around just trying to find loose wraps just sums up what we're dealing with down here, and it's sad, isn't it? He never started life that way. It was never written for him that he was gonna be down at 3 o'clock in the morning under a dim torchlight trying to find wraps to feed his habit. That first night that we come down and we identified the openness of the drug market, I think it just demonstrates the last few months how busy the drug market is in Bristol, just how many drug-dependent individuals that we've got, and the lengths that the drug dealers are willing to take to meet that demand. You know, tonight we've taken out Kingpin Lewis and we've come down and we've caught him red-handed, and that is a good feeling. You know, that's what we're in the game for, isn't it? To take people out that
The back of bro foot ashy.
harm the community and make them pay for what they've done. But now we need to look at what we're going to do long term. How are we going to make this area better? How are we going to make people feel safe walking through this area? How is it going to look different? And there's all those issues that are going to make this area feel different, not just what we've done tonight. He's just about to serve up.
Right in front of the police?
All right, please.
Bro's not even concerned about his environment or anything. Whole camera's behind you. tweaking. That's insane.
Yo. What? Alright, I'll see you in 5, right? There will always be consumers for it. If I didn't do it, someone else would.
Kewan Lewis sentenced to 4.5 years in prison. Told you. There she go. She got clean. Dyed her dread. She put some weight on. New CCTV and lighting.
Yo, 2 and 1, yeah? Meet you same place, make sure you come on your own though, innit? Yeah, what is it you needed? Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that was fire. This is probably one of the goodest. Wow, this is probably one of the best docs we watched in a minute. As far as like plot and explanations and editing, and it's pretty good, man. Except for that little stupid like glitch thing they did. But TLL, leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post. Don't know where this is going? We'll find out.